Hello guys, and welcome to yet another amazing episode of our Photoshop beginner course here on Pixel Perfect. And yes indeed, this video is dedicated to Vincent Yovo. Vincent, your input and contribution is very much appreciated here. Thank you very much you also for your subscription and likes. It does go a long way to help this channel. Thank you and salute to you all out there. So in today's video, we're going to be doing something really interesting. We're going to be cutting out objects and removing the background like you see over here. Yes, it's very easy to do, and I'm going to show you how. So without further ado, and with you ready to learn, let's get into today's video. Oh, before we get into today's video, let us take the meme for the day. We can now get into our video. So welcome to the amazing world of Photoshop, and before we get into it, let me just tell you something small. In order to cut out images and remove backgrounds, we are going to require at least two techniques: a selection technique and an erasing or masking technique. It's as simple as that. So we make the selection and erase, or we mask. That's the science behind removing background. So in today's video, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using the lasso selection tool. We're going to be using the magnetic lasso selection tool to be precise, and then we'll use a mask to hide our background, or we'll use an eraser to hide our background. So first of all, let's use this picture. So first of all, you go get a magnetic lasso tool, which is this, or you can simply hit L, and then or you right click and then select magnetic lasso tool. Make sure the layer you're going to work on is selected in the layers panel. Over here selected. Let me just do this quick, unlock it. Yeah, it's a regular layer now. And then before we get into the selection, let me just go over these again. This particular one makes a new selection. This adds to your current selection. This takes out of your current selection, and this creates an intersection with your current selection. Okay, further over here simply gives your selection a faded out. Contrast here simply determines how well the tool is able to detect edges, and so if you're not able to make precise selections, you should consider increasing the contrast. And so that is it. So we're going to hit on our new selection, go to wherever we want to select, and then click. If you're using magnetic lasso tool, just click, leave it, and drag along the outline. Guys, drag along the edges as I am doing. Just be careful. Sometimes you may have to click to help it, but depends on the contrast in your image. So all you have to do is to guide it, guys. Just guide it through. It will automatically make the selections, but you are going to have to guide it through. Like in areas, portions like this, I'm making the anchor point myself because I don't trust it well enough to make the selection as precise or as perfect as I'd want it. So you just simply have to run along the edges, the outline. Oh, all right, nearly had that wrong over there. Run along the outline, and there we have it. And now it's selected. So the first portion is done. We've been able to use a selection technique to make the selection, and now the second portion, which is the erasing or masking. So I'm going to zoom out a little so you're able to see everything. So let's start with the masking. So in order to mask it, you simply come down over here, where you have the mask, and then click add layer mask, and then that is it. It's gone. It's non-destructive though. You can easily, if you want it back, simply hit Ctrl Z and then click add layer mask, and then that is it. It's gone. It's non-destructive though. You can easily, if you want it back, simply hit Ctrl Z, or simply hold down Shift and click on the mask to disable the mask. If you want to enable it, hold down Shift again and click on the mask. It's as simple as that. So guys, that is it. That is simply it. So in case for certain images or for certain parts of, okay, this isn't so bad. So for certain images, your edges may be rough, and so you may have to do some further work. So let's just assume this wasn't well cut out. Okay, so what you would have had to do is, first of all, make a copy of this, hide one layer so that in case you distract this, you can easily come back to it. Right click on the copied layer, convert to smart object, hold down your control and click on this, and then the cutout portion is selected. And so now this looks like you could save this as a PNG and use it however you want. So once it's selected, go to your selection tools and then hit select and mask. And then over here you have a bunch of options which enable you correct the edges. And so the very important ones here are the smooth feather contrast. Sometimes shift edge is really useful. So smoothing simply smoothens out the edges, so you simply have to work with the sliders over here. Feathering creates this faded out effect to fake a smoothing effect, and then contrast here sharpens it the more. You won't be able to see it because this cutout is quite good. And then you click OK, but I'm going to click cancel over here. And so that is simply the first method. A second way of doing this is by using the eraser tool. So in order to do this, you're going to have to select the background, the part you want to erase, not the person you want to preserve, not the object you want to preserve. So if you've already selected on the object you want to preserve, simply right click on the object and then hit select inverse. Therefore it selects the background you want to remove, and then you're going to want to go to his eraser. You could use either the magic eraser or the eraser tool, but for this I'm going to use the eraser tool because the magic eraser will not be of much help. In another example you'd see how the magic eraser tool is going to be of great help. And you just have to clean it out, and then that is it. We have our image, and then we have our image deselected. You hit Ctrl D to deselect the image, and then that is it. Now let's use the magic eraser. So for this particular picture, the contrast is just excellent. To remove the background here, we could either use just only the magic eraser tool. You click on it and click outside. You see the magic that works? Simply because this body is pink and brown or black, and then the background is blue, and so there is that contrast. Okay, there's that contrast, so the computer is able to detect the edges and then do the magic for you. So you simply click on the area you want to get rid of, click on the area you want to get rid of, click on the oh, that was a mistake. Click on the area you want to get rid of, and then that is it. And then you could also export this wherever you want, or you could save it as a PNG. Either way, it's your pick. And so we have these two guys without backgrounds. It's as simple as that. So guys, I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has been, kindly leave a comment down there in the comment section below. Like the video if you think it's worth it, and leave your subscription if you think this channel gives you what you want. And so until next time, stay safe and with peace and love. Richard out.